Can you see Montenegro in one day? Well, we booked a day trip to see the most of this beautiful country in Europe all in one day, and in this video I'm going to be showing you all the amazing fun we had and the places we saw. If you want to book this exact same trip, then we would highly encourage you to use our link, because on the website there are many different tours, and if you want the exact same one you will have to use our link. On this day trip we truly met some amazing people, saw some amazing landscapes, beautiful lakes, tried some traditional food, made some amazing new friends, had a look at some mountains, some lakes, some forests, and also some historic viewpoints in this country as well. So if you do enjoy watching this video, then please do like this video and subscribe to our channel, because it really helps us out a lot. Our day trip started in Old Town, which is where our company was based, and it was also the pickup point for us. If you get lost here, just ask around and also use Google Maps, which is very useful, and hopefully you will not get lost. We then walked to the minibus, which was our method of transportation for the whole day. The first stop was actually looking at the Lady of Rocks, which is a very popular attraction in Kotor itself and also in Montenegro. So do make sure that you actually make a stop here, even if you decide not to do this day trip.
Our way of saying thank you and our way of respecting the tradition. Just one thing, do you see that small house on the right side? So the church and the museum are the bigger building. The smaller one on the right side, that small house, that used to be a truce hall. For example, if you and I were fighting a couple of centuries ago, it was not just between me and you. It was my family against your family, and some problems were really that bad that it was passed on generation after generation. So our children have problems, our grandchildren have problems, and so on. And that was built because of that. That is called the truce hall. Everyone who went there, they sat and they talked and they solved the problem. Now it's a souvenir shop and toilet.
As you heard Nina there, she actually gave lots more historical viewpoints, but I actually decided to cut some of it because I thought you'll get bored of listening to her. But yes, she's an amazing guide, and she also gave us a map showing where we're going to be going during our time from the first stop to the second stop. You can see we started from Kotor, and we're actually going to be taking you right to the top and stopping midway as well. So really covering a lot of the country. So we truly do think it was worth it, but you can make your mind up. The second stop was a viewpoint, a photo stop, where you could see the whole of Kotor Bay. It was truly breathtaking, and we really enjoyed stopping here and getting some amazing pictures.
Give them of mouth, because when they were entering, the entrance part is narrowing like this, going. So it reminded them of mouth. That's why they named the bay Bocca, meaning mouth in Italian.
Our next stop was looking at some mangroves and a beautiful lake in Montenegro. Again, this was a photo stop, so we actually didn't stop here for too long, but it was still worth it. And again, we got some nice photos as well as a group photo as well with everyone.
Coffee. The coffee gets cold. We're still sipping it, enjoying it, relaxing, you know. So recommendations for coffee, Deutsch and Turkish.
As we started this day trip super early in the morning, we actually made a stop for some breakfast. We do have a stop for lunch later on, but Nina, our tour guide, took us to a place called Niksic, which is a place in Montenegro where they truly have still that traditional touch, and a lot of people still live in Niksic compared to kind of living in city, more developed areas like Kotor or touristy areas. The place we stopped had some traditional food. It was almost like sweet donuts. You could also go for the sour option, but we went for some sweet option, which is honey and some donut like snack, and we had some hot chocolate and orange juice as well. We got a really nice bonding time with the other group members and made some nice friends from all over the world.
We have 5 national parks, really, and each one of them is different in a way, but in a way similar. I will explain. And we have another name for Tara River that is called the Tear of Europe. That means that you can literally take the water in your palm and drink water directly from the river. That's how clean it is. So we have that was the longest vehicular bridge arch bridge in Europe. That means that longest bridge with arches that you can drive your car across. It didn't remain for long the longest, but it still remains and one of the most beautiful. Do you guys know what are scaffoldings?
Yes.
Scaffoldings?
Yes. Working platform.
Working platforms. Thank you so much. So scaffolding, working platforms. Thank you, mister. And in order to build that bridge, people from the area, those were the highest scaffoldings made out of wood. So people from this area, first they built the wood, they cut the wood.
After getting lots of information and historic points from Nina, we made it to Tara River, where you'll find the deepest canyon in Europe, and this is also a stop on this day trip, and we really enjoyed our time here. Here we got around 2 hours to have a look around, and you can also do zip lining here.
Not here, not the one that is right next to us, the one over there, where it says the yellow letter zip line, where is the sun umbrella, you see it? That is the monument dedicated to the man who was executed right here on the bridge and who decided to blow up part of the bridge. And that monument that you see there, right there, that is next.
As I mentioned earlier, you can do zip lining. Now, zip lining is not included in the price of this day trip because it is optional and not everyone chooses to do it. However, we decided to pay the extra money, which was around £30 per person. Yes, it is very pricey, but we thought, you know, why miss this opportunity? We're here at the deepest canyon in Europe, and why not actually do zip lining over it? I truly am really happy that I decided to do it. Yes, it was pricey, and yes, it was a bit out of our budget, but we had a great thrilling time, and we got some amazing pictures as well as an amazing adventure to add to our list of adventures. Another thing to mention is you do actually have to pay for walking over the bridge. We paid this money after the whole experience ended. We spent about an hour and a half in this place, and the price I actually can't remember, but I know it wasn't as dear as a zip line.
This is such a funny sound. Do you prefer me talking like this? This is out of all buses the most terrible microphone I've ever used.
The name, the mountain eyes. They are named because of the Black Lake. Maybe have you seen the photo of the Black Lake? You know how it looks like? It's like the shape of number 8. So it's like this. This is how the Black Lake looks like. So when you look at it from the above, it looks like giant blue eyes are looking at you. So that's why we named all of the group of 18 glacial lakes the mountain eyes. That's the name for the whole group. The Black Lake is the most popular one, which people know more about and so on. But all of the other 17 are all unique. All different in surroundings, in shape of the lake, in depth of the lake, in everything. All of them, all unique. Maybe even first half of July. And this is all water coming directly from the Black Lake, because there is snow melting directly in the lake.
Next on our day trip in Montenegro was the beautiful Black Lake, which is a glacial lake located on Mount Durmitor and has the beautiful snow-capped mountains in the background, and the lake has a reflection of the mountains, as you will see in a bit. However, we did go on a bit of a rainy/cloudy day, so the reflection that wasn't that good, but if you go on a clear day, I'm sure you will get better reflections.
This lady always gives me things for free, so buy here. Seriously, when someone buys something, she's like, take it, take it. And I don't need it. What can I do with that much honey? Or, you know. How are you? Enjoying the food? Honey? What? The bus. Really? The curves. This big.
All of us enjoyed an amazing walk to the Black Lake. We went past beautiful forests. This whole place is actually a forest, and sometimes you can actually see bears here, although very rare. The Black Lake was stunning, and our immediate impression of seeing it was just a wow. We loved walking through the forest, which was on the opposite end, and again we were given about an hour free to walk around and explore the area, and also just making sure not to get lost. But we got some amazing drone footage here, and just the amazing landscape was breathtaking. And also find some waterfalls here, but we didn't have enough time to go there. Our next stop was actually going to the closest town, which is where we were scheduled to have lunch. Now Nina organized lunch and had some pre-ordered meals from everyone else in our group, but we decided to do something different and went to a nearby restaurant to get some pizza.
Paintings on the walls, and that cave has the original frescoes from the 17th century. So I have people from my family, my friends, people in general from my surrounding who had different kinds of situations, different kinds of problems, and after going there, everything started to be better, especially the health problems, seriously. So maybe everything is in your mind. If you really do believe that something is going to help you, that it really eventually does, or those are the powers of the scent, or that two things combined, we don't know. I often think about it, to be honest.
Next on our list was actually the Ostrog Monastery, which I'm probably pronouncing incorrectly, so apologies. Just a drive up here was very, very thrilling. I was very anxious driving up there because the roads were so narrow. This monastery is in fact the most important Orthodox site in Montenegro, and definitely the most dramatic as well.
Country, but just a little bit lower percent. Most of foundation of the monastery comes from donations. So people donate a lot of money. Oh wow! It looks like meteorites.
This monastery was built in the 1600s by literally carving into the face of a cliff. As you can see here, this was a very dramatic view, and we really actually took some time and reflected being in Montenegro in our very first monastery. View from top was very dramatic, with the sun coming down made it even more beautiful, and this is the road that we actually took to the top of the monastery. We made our way back to Kotor for sunset, so overall we really had an incredible and would highly recommend it. We hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if there's anything I missed out, then do ask in the comments down below, and do subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out a lot, and we can't wait to see you in the next video. Until then, take care.